Well, hi. So I'm going to continue my review with just showing how you can incorporate some of the library books that you've just bought into Logos. And I'm not going to assume that you know anything about Logos, and I'll start off with a very simple thing. So let's suppose you want to do a simple Bible study, you want to read the Bible, and you want to read a commentary. Now you can go to Layouts, and you can click Bible and Commentary, and boom, up it comes. And you can see here at the moment we've got the ESV version here. And at the moment, we've got the Africa Bible commentary there. That's a default for some reason. And obviously I want to choose something different. So I'm going to just click X there. Now, I'm now going to go to my library and I'm going to choose the ESV. Where are we? Here we go, the ESV expository commentary. That's one of the things we bought. So let's just choose Ezra Job. It doesn't actually matter which version we do. Now, what we will need to make sure is that we click links at A here, and this should already be on links at A here. Now, what you'll notice here is that because we've chosen this ESV expository commentary, which was one of the things we bought, if we click in here now with the verse, and let's go to Jeremiah 17, verse 9, as it's one of my favorite verses at the moment, what you'll see is immediately it's opened the other volume of that commentary set. And so here we go. We can now read, "The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately sick. Who can understand it?" And we can look at what the commentary has to say. Talks here about the wretchedness of the heart, referring to self-deception. Hold on to that thought. We may well come back to it. But right now, let me just show you one other thing. You see, this is all well and good. One Bible verse, one commentary, but you might want to do things a little bit more complicated. So what I'm going to show you now is that if you go onto the tools, or sorry, the guides, the workflows, and you can choose passage guide. Here we go. Now we can now do Jeremiah 17 verse 9, and up it comes a whole load of commentaries. Now the default is they're selected by priority, and you can see I've got quite a few commentaries in here. But just as an example, that's one of the ones that was included in the series, I believe, that we were talking about. And certainly there's also, I think, the Tyndale one along here as well, or pulpit. Yeah, pulpit commentary, that was included, I believe. So anyway, your commentaries that you have just chosen for whatever series you've bought will automatically pop up there. But also you can scroll down, you can look at journals, and you'll find that it's quite interesting actually. Although I've got quite a lot of journals, as far as I can see, it only appears in one of the journals, this verse. So it's obviously not a very well published verse. If I was into publishing, I could publish perhaps in a journal on that. You can also see cross-references, so some examples of cross-references. You can also see important words. That's quite nice. It gives you the keywords. It gives you places, people, if that's relevant, what type of literature it is, where it's quoted in some of the ancient literatures. And then you can look at things like biblical theologies. Where does it come in biblical theologies? And again, not massively used. Some few references here. And also systematic theologies. It will talk you to a bit about that. Then sermons, and you can see here John Newton on the deceitfulness of the heart. And this is a sermon that will be included in my John Newton Amazing Grace book. In fact, it's already there if you want to have a look at it. But you can see Tim Keller has preached on it, Stephen W. Smith has preached on it, Robert Murray McLean, and John Wesley as well. So it's obviously been preached about more recently, in more old school, if you like. Now, also, though, you can use collections. Now here, you can change your collections up here, or when you find the collection, you can also change it here. So at the moment, it's showing all my top authors. So that's the collection. I'll show you in another video how to look at collections, how to create your own. But it will show you here some of the most important, as far as I'm concerned, authors. And if you click more and more, again, it comes up with lots and lots and lots. And you can obviously click on whatever you want. And whatever you click on, so it will come over here. So like if we click here, for example, there it comes, heart trouble, heart is deceitful, who can know it? And if you click on this one, Tim Keller, up it comes. So here you have this opportunity to study lots of different books on the same passage in a very simple way.